SpongeBob SquarePants has a lot of quirky characters, but one that always leaves people scratching their heads is Pearl, Mr. Krabs' daughter. See, Mr. Krabs is a crab, but Pearl is a whale, and no one in Bikini Bottom seems to find that weird. The show was created by Stephen Hillenburg, a marine science educator and animator, and it's been a massive success since it first aired on Nickelodeon in 1999. But even after all this time, the mystery of Pearl's mom remains unsolved. Throughout the show's many seasons, we've met a bunch of wacky characters from Bikini Bottom and beyond, including SpongeBob's boss Mr. Krabs and his teenage daughter Pearl, who happens to be a whale. Mr. Krabs has always been a bit of a shady character, and the fact that his daughter is a different species just adds to the mystery surrounding him. But believe it or not, the show has actually explained why Pearl is a whale. It's just not in the series itself. According to the SpongeBob SquarePants trivia book, Pearl's mom was a sperm whale, and she simply takes after her mother rather than her crabby father. So why is Pearl a whale in SpongeBob SquarePants? Well, according to the show's creator, Stephen Hillenburg, he wanted each of the main characters to be a different type of sea animal. And let's be real, the idea of a crab having a whale for a daughter is pretty hilarious. As for why a whale specifically, the show has never really given an official explanation. It's worth mentioning that Pearl's mom has never actually appeared in the show, which has led to some fan theories about what happened to her. But that's a whole other can of worms. The big question is, did Mr. Krabs adopt Pearl? Well, the answer is actually no. Even though they're different species, Mr. Krabs didn't adopt Pearl. In fact, the SpongeBob SquarePants trivia book revealed that Pearl's mom is actually Mrs. Krabs, who is also a whale. This means that Mr. Krabs was once married to a whale, which is pretty mind-blowing if you think about it. But here's the thing, Mrs. Krabs has never actually appeared in the show, which has led to a lot of speculation about what happened to her. The most likely explanation is that Mr. and Mrs. Krabs are divorced, but the show has never really addressed it directly. The reason for this is that Stephen Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants, was against revealing the identity of Pearl's mom. So, it remains a bit of a mystery in the series. Here's the deal. Mr. Krabs is definitely Pearl's dad, even though she's a whale and he's a crab. It's clear that he's her legal guardian and she thinks of him as her father. So, it's safe to say that Mr. Krabs has been in Pearl's life for a long time, probably since she was a baby. As for Pearl's biological dad, well, that's still a mystery. We know that Mr. Krabs isn't her biological father because he's a crab and she's a whale. But the show has never really explained who her biological dad is. Maybe it's another whale, or maybe it's some other sea creature entirely. Or, in true SpongeBob SquarePants fashion, maybe there's some crazy twist and Mr. Krabs actually is her biological dad, despite the whole different species thing. Who knows? The show has never really addressed it, so we're left to wonder. So, what's the deal with Pearl's mom in SpongeBob SquarePants? Well, the truth is, we may never know. Stephen Hillenburg, the creator of the show, was against revealing her identity, so it remains a mystery in the series. We don't know if Pearl's mom died or if she and Mr. Krabs got divorced, because it's never been mentioned in the show. And honestly, that's probably for the best. It adds a bit of intrigue to the series and keeps us guessing about what happened to her. Plus, it's kind of fun to speculate about what Mrs. Krabs looks like and what her story might be. Even though the show has gone against some of Hillenburg's wishes in the past, like having guest stars, it seems like this is one thing that they're going to stick to. We'll probably never know the full story about Pearl's mom, but that's okay. It just adds to the charm of the show.